Hi everybody, so we're going to look at explicit sequences. Explicit sequences are just sequences where we have a good clear definition for each of the values, so hence the name explicit. So we're defined by a formula and we can easily find any value in the sequence. Usually our n starts at 1, but sometimes it'll start at 0. So we can have even numbers. We could do the even numbers, and we know that they're 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. And we can list them as a sub n equals 2 times n. So if n is 1, so a sub 1 is 2 times 1, which is just 2. So a2 would equal 2 times 2, which gives us 4. A3 would be 2 times 3, which gives us 6. And so on down the line. Now, if we wanted to look at the multiples of 5, we have a similar situation. So let me erase this so we have some room to work. So we can just have an equals 5 times n. There are other ways that we can explicitly list sequences. We could have an equals n plus 2, for example. So instead of writing out the multiples of 5, we're going to look at a sub n equals n plus 2. So if n equals 1, we have a sub 1 equals 1 plus 2 is 3. A2 would be 2 plus 2 is 4. A3 would be 3 plus 2 is 5. So here we just have our integers, but starting at 3 instead of at 1. Or I should say our natural numbers starting at 3 instead of at 1. So we can have all sorts of other explicit sequences, all sorts of things. We can even have it in the denominator. In this case, this one is starting at n equals 0. If we didn't have this if we didn't have n plus something in the bottom, we wouldn't be able to start at 0 because we'd have a 0 in the denominator, which we can't have. So here a sub 0 equals 2 over 0 plus 2, which is 2 over 2, which equals 1. Let me do some erasing. Okay, and then a sub 1, let's change the color here. So a sub 1, this guy, equals 2 over 1 plus 2, which is just 2/3. A sub 2 would equal 2 over 2 plus 2, which would be 2 over 4, which gives us 1/2. And so it would just continue in that method. So we have 1, 2/3, 1/2, and then we'd have 2 over 5. So just keep going in that way. So I hope this helps you with explicit sequences.